I think it's the sculptural nature of it, and sculptural in the sense that what it's doing is expressing its internal structure, its voids and holes and so forth. But thinking about the way that's laid and actually presenting the structure of the product is really interesting, and it gives a kind of a depth and layer to the landscape condition at the front as well that's interesting, and provides screens, security to the house and so forth. And also, noticeably the blocks were laid and unsealed, and they're expected to weather and actually develop a kind of a patina and weathering as an intent. And we know that that's what happens to the product, over the course of time, and actually sort of emphasising the value of that as opposed to seeing that as a potential concern is a really, really important part of the project.
The Wabi Sabi house is a really beautiful use of concrete blocks, one of my favourites, I must admit, because they make for such a fantastic background, whether it's to family life or domestic life inside the house, or as a background to gardens, planting, vegetation. So it's got a lovely, calm and joyful quality through very simple and modest means.
In this year's awards, we noticed a very strong representation of concrete block. I felt that this project, in just how its built texture, created almost a ruin in the landscape without it being a material that had been built and then artificially aged. So it kind of had this age quality in just how they'd applied it. I thought that was very successful, and to me that speaks of this idea that all the elements of a building can be used together to not only create enclosure, but also to build an atmosphere or to build a room and a mood, and how block might be a part of that.
Wabi Sabi is a great example of how architects can explore the permeability of masonry, both in form and function, and such a generous gift to the streetscape.